But I wanted to work on the dirt bike tonight, and if you guys can see right here, if you guys are not new to the channel, there's something missing. Well, not necessarily. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jackson. You guys are watching Diesel71. Sorry I look like an absolute disgusting mess right now. I need a shower. But I wanted to work on the dirt bike tonight. And if you guys can see right here, if you guys are not new to the channel, there's something missing. Well, not necessarily missing, but there's something that's usually here. And if there's an edge to it, that's not in here. So that'll be a video coming soon on that I'm working on. But let's just say the Honda's maybe coming back together. I mean, you guys can see out there real quick. I don't know if you guys can see, but there you go. There's your little, if you even can see, there's your hand. But yeah, gotta order an engine for that harness, which I have something cool for the harness if we can make this one work. Which I don't see why not. There's some cool stuff with it. A chain, a throttle cable, and the controls put on the handlebars. Then that thing will run and drive. Then we can worry about brakes, the turbo, oil cooler, oil lines, and a couple other things. Then that thing will be dialed in, and it'll be a crazy race four-wheeler. Then we're going to work about getting some stuff for the John Deere, because that's going to be pretty cool, because I think I know what I'm doing now. So, I know I've talked about changing plans, I think 4 different times, but I think I know what I'm going to do now, because it's going to have reverse, so that'll be pretty sweet. But I have the John Deere's engine, not the John Deere, the dirt bike's engine here on the stand, and yeah, it needs some work, that's for sure. Oh yeah, that smells great. Yeah, it's interesting here. And I found some busted stuff on it and whatnot, so there's some stuff that needs to be done with it. And it's the harness on this thing is weird too. It's all connected and it's kind of weird, so I'm trying to get the whole harness and everything disconnected from it right now, and then get it off and get all just the crap off, and then start turning on the engines. We'll have to take the head off again, and there's not much to this engine. It's a tiny little 80cc, but you know, we're gonna see what happened to it for it to lock up the way it did. So that'll be interesting, but we're gonna get some of this harness stuff off. Alright, so this is pretty much where I'm gonna leave it for the night. And I don't know who in the 80s and 90s and whenever else they used them, whoever decided to use these Phillips head bolt things, screw you. They suck to take off 30 years later, 20 years later, however, with the Honda 30 years later, with this 20-some years later. Well, actually, it was 20, I'm trying to do math, 97, 23, I think, 23 years. Yeah, screw this thing. I don't know. It seems to be doing fine. I'm kind of curious how my clutch discs are, honestly. They're probably not the greatest, because I feel like definitely towards the end I definitely had a slipping clutch, which is not fun. But it was like a normal clutch almost, in a sense. Like when you let it cool down, you sit, and then you go again, it doesn't slip. But then after a while, when I wasn't using it, I mean, probably a part of it is because I was shifting around the clutch and everything, and then I started using the clutch, and I was like, oh, wait, you're using clutch, and there's a whole multitude of things that could be why, but tomorrow we're going to dive into clutch discs and see how bad they are, and then we're just going to tear the rest of this thing apart down to a block, pretty much. I don't really think we're going to be salvaging this. I mean, there's so many things that need to be replaced on this thing, probably, for what I want to do for this thing, which is an interesting plan I haven't really told you guys about yet, but I kind of want to do something a little wild with this thing, like I'm doing with every other thing I have. You know, eventually, one of these days, pretty soon, eventually I'm going to have like a normal four-wheeler or a normal dirt bike or something, but right now I just turbo this, turbo that, you know, supercharge this, you know. Don't know what's going to happen to everything, but maybe drop some hints, but yeah, it's kind of wild. So gonna take the clutch apart tomorrow, check out some of the other gears and whatnot, and then we're gonna look into what I want to do to replace some stuff. My hands are absolutely disgusting from this thing. As you guys can see, it's all coated in oil and crap, and it's just, this block's disgusting. It's gonna need a serious pressure washing and whatnot after, even if we decide to reuse this engine. I don't really know, but it's disgusting. But I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright guys, so it is a completely new day, and it's like 6 something in the morning. I woke up at like 2. I've been up ever since. Sorry about my hair. Don't really know what's going on with it. It's just kind of decided that this is what my hair's gonna look like from now on until I get an actual haircut at some point. But I'm gonna let it grow out until I do that. But yeah, so working on the dirt bike. I'm gonna show you guys the clutch discs and all that when we go back inside. But right now, I'm gonna be working on the side plastics. I don't really think they're not really fairings. No, because they're not like on the front, but the side plastic pieces, like the number plate kind of things. I was gonna wrap them like with vinyl, like some gloss black vinyl or something, and I might still do that. See how this turns out. But for now, I'm gonna spray paint them gloss black. So I have some self-etching primer, and like the Duplicolor self-etching primer is okay, but it has like that weird spray nozzle tip thing, and I just don't like it because it just doesn't spray right. So Rust-Oleum self-etching primer is like the best stuff to use when you're trying to prep anything with primer. It's like really is the best. So I recommend that to anybody. If you're trying to use primer on something, go with that because it works really well. So we're gonna do some self-etching on them, let it dry for a minute, then we're gonna go over with some gloss black, and then we're gonna go over that with clear coat, let it sit for a while. And I'm not putting the dirt bike back together anytime soon, but it'll be nice. And I'm running low on paint, so when we go to Tractor Supply here sometime soon, when we have to go get stuff for the new baby chickens and ducks, because we're gonna be hatching a bunch here in a couple weeks. Like, it could be this week, could be next week, I don't know. I'll probably just pick up a can. But stay tuned for the next video where we talk about the Honda behind me. That's your little sneak peek of what it's looking like, and the Yukon. We're doing some cool stuff with both of those, which you guys will see coming up next week. I'm going to talk about what I'm doing in the next video, and then I'm going to be doing the work next week, because I think majority of the stuff's coming in July 9th. So stuff for the Honda, not the engine. We don't have the engine ordered yet, but a lot of other stuff, and then some other things for the Yukon are going to be coming in soon, which I think you guys are going to like, and I think it's going to look pretty good because it's tying into my plans of what I've been trying to do with this thing for a long time. And I need a little bit more money to get the remaining stuff, because there's more I'm trying to get as well. Like, I already have one thing coming for this, but I want to get more stuff for this thing ordered and on the way, because it'll still come same day, I think, which would be nice to do as well, because then this whole thing will look pretty sweet. But I hate this fogged up headlight. It just looks It looks bad. I need to replace it, but I need to replace both of them, and the grill, and the taillights, and the third brake light, and the bottom fender valance. Oh, I just thought about that. So when I redo the bottom fender valance, like by the tow hooks, because I'll probably get one that matches the grill. Like if I do like a mesh style big, like, you know, top grill, I'll do a lower one as well, but I have to pull the bumper off to do that, which is going to be fun to do here. But like I already talked about in a video a while ago, I want to do Morimoto projector fog lights, different headlights, different grill, bottom grill, black badges, some just good LEDs, whatnot. So we'll see what I ordered and what comes in. You guys will have to wait and see. Oh yeah, also with different wheels and tires. But yeah, you guys will have to wait and see what I ordered. But for now, let's get into working on the dirt bike side plastics. So here's the side plastics for the Suzuki. They're painted gloss black. You can see there's all these dots and crap though. Like when this one's not as bad, but this one's really bad. Like all the self-etching primer like bubbled, I guess. I don't know, it was weird. It was fine, and then all of a sudden it just showed up. So I'm just gonna run with it. I'm not gonna worry about it too much, because we can always sand them down again or vinyl wrap it, whatever, if we want to. So those are looking good. Just clear coated them. I repainted that one because you could see some primer showing through still. It was a little light, so did that on that one. Clear coated that one. There's that piece that goes from the Honda right there, which is like another piece because then the motor mount goes through like that right there. These are sitting. I have no idea what is all over the tires, but something weird. But yeah, this thing's just sitting out in the sun. It's been baking out in the sun for a little while. I'm missing the cap on this side. I have no idea where it went. Maybe I left it inside. I don't know. But yeah, there's no cap. I don't even know if you guys can see, but there's no cap on the hub nut. But yeah, it's all doing pretty good. Now we can go inside. I'll show you guys the clutch. Alright, so it's kind of crazy that I'm actually doing this. I'm filming like 4 different videos today, so yeah, I'm finishing this one up because I forgot that I even had like this video ready to go. I was looking through, I was like, oh hey, I gotta talk about that. Then I'm making a video about the Honda, I'm making a video about the Yukon, and I think I might do a video about the new Ford Mustang Mach-E. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I gotta get this clutch spring out real quick, and then I can show you guys the clutch discs and everything, because they're pretty beat. And I thought at some point I had a slipping clutch, and I think I did, because it's not so good. So let's turn this camera around. I'm gonna take some of the discs off, and I'm gonna show you guys what they look like. They're not terrible, but they're not good at all. And I mean, this is a stock 1997 Suzuki, so it's old. So you can see this piece, I forget what this is called, but it's in between the yeah, I don't really even know what it's called, but this piece right here doesn't look too terrible, but okay, so some pipe's leaking. That's awesome, just dripped on me. But this is pretty worn, I'd say. I mean, for the year and everything, yeah, it's pretty worn. So let's pop another disc out here. All right, and I mean, yeah, they're kind of, if you were to feel it, you'd feel it. It's not. It feels worn, like worn out, and which is always fun. But let's grab another disc here if I can get it. This is a pain. All right, there we go. Well, kind of. Yeah, another one of these pieces. Oh yeah, you can see on there. You guys can see the outside edge and then the middle edge. There's different colors. It's like darker on the outside edge, and then in the middle it's more worn down. So yeah, you can kind of see right here. Not really. The camera isn't really picking it up, but. And there's this, just another one. But yeah, it's not good. That's for sure. And then you can get, yeah. they're all still covered in oil. Yeah, because it's a wet clutch, but they don't look the best, and it definitely smells like burnt oil, which, well, that's to be expected. This thing was trashed. But you guys can see there's a nut inside, and you can take off this whole assembly. You can get the gear out here. You can get your, I forget what gear this is for the, I feel like it's, let's see, because the way the engine would be, this is for the kickstarter. This is where the kickstart was. And then the shifter was over on this one. So your gear selector would be like right here. Here's your sprocket. And here's your flywheel, I believe. Or is that? No, but these are the clutch. Yeah, this is the clutch disc, right? Because your clutch basket's right here. Honestly, I feel like I'm right. I don't really know, but man, there's a lot of crap in here from when I had to cut the oil pan thing. The oil, pretty much. I'll talk about that real quick. So to get this off was a pain. You guys can see, like, yeah, I'll get into that in a second. So there's these Phillips head screws that they use, like what was on the Honda that I was complaining about. Yeah, well, I don't know who decided to use these, but they stripped out. Luckily, I could get a bunch of them out, but there were some that, yeah, they didn't come out. So I had to cut into the side of the case right here to cut through the threads of the bolts. So that was fun. Like, yeah, those are still in here. So I have to get those out. Probably could just get a pair of vice grips on and turn them out, but it's not going to be fun, and I'm not looking forward to it. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, that's fun. So the Suzuki's going to be getting some work eventually. I'm really focusing on the Honda outside and this. Mostly the Honda, though, because the Honda and the Yukon are getting parts next week, so that'll be nice. I got some cool stuff coming for the Yukon. Well, yeah, the first thing that's already in the mail, or not in the mail, but I already ordered on Amazon, is going to be pretty nice. And then I think I'm going to order another thing too. Another, well, I don't want to say it yet, but you guys will find out in the video where we talk about the Yukon, what we're actually doing anyways. So I don't want to spoil that video for you guys, but we're doing some pretty cool stuff with the Honda and the Yukon next week, so stay tuned for those videos when all the parts come in. I think it's going to be Thursday and Friday, or, well, I know some stuff's coming in. I don't know, it just depends on, I have to go get another Amazon gift card because I don't have my debit card set up yet, so I'm using cash, getting Amazon gift cards, and then going, and yeah, it's kind of a process, but when I get a job, I'm going to get a debit card, so coming soon. That'll be nice. But yeah, I'm pretty much just going to leave the dirt bike's engine like this. I'm going to bag up the clutch discs and all that stuff and whatnot, and I'm going to have to clean off this workbench pretty soon, get it all nice and organized and neat, because there's going to be chickens and ducks here soon in here on this workbench, so that'll be fun. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Go down and hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already. After this, the video's not over, so I'm just gonna outro the video and then cut to this clip, because funny enough, not funny actually, but Corey, who, you know, done some has done some thumbnails and some intro outro work, whatnot for me. He got in an accident and he's fine, and it wasn't his fault, so he didn't lose his license or anything, but his Ranger got beat up bad, so he made a little clip that I'm going to throw it in after this clip. But I will see you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed this one, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Go down and hit that subscribe button if you guys have not already, and I will see you guys next video. Peace out, and we'll cut to the outro after that clip.
What's up, guys? I thought I would just give you like a year-and-a-half ownership update of the old Ranger here. Yeah, her career with me is basically over here. You know, I got my Thin Blue Line sticker on. All the toolbox down here, the CV is set up. You can see in here, maybe. Yeah, there's a CV. Oh, and then, yeah, this kind of happened. This is no good. Basically what happened was some guy didn't tie down his load, so a chair flew out of the bed of his truck, and it caused a bunch of people to slam on the brakes, and I couldn't stop. But yeah, if you guys didn't like this, then that's gone now. yeah, the bumper was in the tire when I got out. The coolant was all over the place. The radiator is just gone. Let me see if I can lift this up. It's bent all out of shape. But yeah, it doesn't actually look too bad in here besides like that. That side over there is pretty good. Anyway, I have to get all my stuff out of here, and that's it. The old Ranger Danger. Don't know what I'm going to be getting next, but the accident was not my fault, so I sold my license and everything. And, yeah, that's about all there is to it. So, I'll let you know what I get next. Maybe I'll send another video, man.
That body, baby, show me.